the Wanderer. Often one who stands alone will find himself honor, mercy from the Creator, though in sorrow he beats his oars across the ice-cold sea, walks a path of exile. Fate cannot be undone. Thus spoke the Wanderer, remembering his troubles, the cruel slaughter, the fall of his kinsmen. For so long now I have lain awake each night and spoke my troubles alone. There is now no one living to whom I would dare reveal my thoughts. I know, in fact, it is a noble habit of men to bind fast their secret thoughts and guard the treasures of their minds, to think what they wish. The weary mind cannot resist fate, nor can harsh thoughts be any help. Thus those eager for glory often keep safe a sad thought in their hearts. So, often sad and pitiful, deprived of my homeland, far from my kin, I had to take my inner thoughts and bind them in chains. Ever since, many years ago, I covered my Lord in the dark earth, and I sailed, mad with sorrow, over the winter waves. I saw a hall, someplace far or near, where I might find a giver of treasure who had heard of my people, or would comfort me in my friendless state and accustom me to joy. Anyone who has endured it knows how harsh a companion sorrow is to one with few friends to protect him. The path of exile holds him, not twisted gold, his frozen spirit, not the fruits of the earth. He remembers the men in the hall and the giving of treasures, how his lord and youth accustomed him to feasts. All that joy has perished. For he who has long ceased hearing his beloved Lord's words of counsel knows that sorrow and sloth together often bind the poor man left alone. He imagines himself hugging and kissing his Lord, setting on his knees, hands and head, like he did in days gone by, enjoying gifts before the throne. Then he awakens again, a friendless man, sees before him gray waves, seabirds bathing, falling ice and snow mixed with hail. Then the wounds of his heart grow heavier, hurting for the Lord he loved. Sorrow is renewed when the memory of his kinsmen turns back to his mind. He greets them with joy, eagerly surveys his old companions, they always swim away. The souls of the seafarers say little he can understand. Anxiety is renewed for him who must send over the racking waves a weary mind. So I cannot think why my mind does not darken when I ponder the whole life of men throughout this world, how they suddenly left the earth as proud servants of mankind. Thus this middle earth each day falls and decays, and a man cannot become wise without his share of winters in the world. A wise man must be patient, not too hot-headed, nor too quick to speak, nor too weak a warrior, nor too thoughtless, nor too fearful or joyful, nor too grasping for riches, nor too eager to boast before he knows more. A warrior must wait when he swears oaths, until he knows, now bold and fierce, where his heart will turn. A wise hero must recognize how ghastly it is when all this world's wealth turns to waste, as now everywhere around this world wind-blown frost-covered walls stand. The buildings are shaking, mead halls totter, where lords lie dead deprived of joy. Their warriors fought proudly by the wall. War destroyed some, carried them away. One, a bird bore off over the deep sea. One, a gray wolf gave his share of death. One, a sullen man hid in a shadowy grave. The Creator cleared this place until the people made no sound. The ancient work of giants stood empty. He who wisely pondered where these walls stood and thought deeply on this dark life, wise in spirit, often remembered from afar many slaughters and spoke these words: "Where has the horse gone? Where is the rider? Where is the giver of treasure? Where are the seats at the feast? Where are the roars of the hall? Alas for the bright cup, alas for the armored warrior, alas for the glory of the king. How that time has passed under the darkening sky, as if it had never been. Now there stands in the tracks of that beloved troop a wall remarkably high, painted with swirling serpents. Men taken by the glory of spears, weapons greedy for slaughter, their renowned fate. And storms crash on those rocky cliffs. The storm falls and imprisons the earth, the cacophony of winter, when shadows gather and darkness comes, sends from the north cruel hail out of hatred for men. Nothing is easy in this earthly realm. The whims of fate change the world under the skies. Here is money fleeting, here is friend fleeting, here is man fleeting, here is kinsman fleeting. All that stands on this earth turns to nothing. So said the wise man in his mind as he sat alone, confiding in himself. He is good who holds onto faith. A warrior must never let out grieving from his heart unless he knows the solution and performs it with courage. It is good to seek honor, comfort from our Father in heaven, where, for us, all things last forever. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my content, be sure to check out my books, link in description, along with a link to an original visual audio poem of mine titled The Dungeon, which I made in a similar manner to The Wanderer. I would also like to give thanks to Stephen Cox, translator of this version of The Wanderer, true title and author unknown, as well as to Carl Benjamin for his work not only on the poem itself, but also for providing such a platform as Lotus Eaters. It's nice to have a place to go where there is no guilt associated with clicking on a video. It's all excellent content, no brain rot. And never forget, keep hope.